volunteered for the Navy in 1943. My dad got his leg broke in a coal mine. He had broken his back and I had to quit school and I went to work for the coal company. My older brother had taken French leave from the American Army, went to Canada, joined the Canadian Army, and he was overseas before we got into the war. He was wounded in Germany. My brother was overseas 4 years before he come home. And he wouldn't tell nothing either. We didn't come home and tell our parents anything.
Singing so long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. There's a mighty big war that's got to be won. We'll get back together again. The crowd was packed by the railroad track. People was a-yelling and a-patting my back. While the engineer rung his bell, I hugged all the mothers and kissed all the gals, singing, so long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. There's a mighty big war that's got to be won.
It was sunk in a surface engagement by a Japanese heavy cruiser. We took a lot of hits before that, and we started losing people after we made our first torpedo attack. We broadsided with another cruiser, and then we came out and we went, and there was a cruiser attacking the Gamber Bay, the light carrier, a CVE, that's a converted carrier. And all the planes that morning were sent in to help the invasion, you know, and to do their jobs, drop bombs and so forth. And we didn't have a plane in the air at that time. And so we came up between this cruiser and the aircraft carrier. We took the cruiser on at 2,000 yards. They couldn't get their guns down on us. It was a huge ship, and they had to shoot downward, whereas we kind of shot upward, and we challenged them, and they sunk us. Just about everybody suffered concussion, immersion, saltwater poisoning, and spent over 50 hours in the water. And they hollered shark. And I looked, and here's this fin coming. It's coming right at me. And it comes up, and I've got this bunker fuel all over me. It came up, and it hit its nose on my butt. And I froze. I stayed still, you know, and it got this oil all over its nose. And it went from here to maybe the steps out there, which is probably 10 yards, 10 yards. And I could still see the fin. It was watching me. And I'm still. And then it dove, and the fin went underwater, and I figured I was safe. So I started kind of motioning in front of me, my arms pulling the water in front of me, pulling me back to the raft. And I got up on the raft, and I thought I was safe, and I looked down, and it's right at my feet. I don't have shoes on. I have stockings on, and they got oil all over them too. I went into the hole. A guy with that raft that I put in the water, when I abandoned ship, there was bullets landing all around me. And I thought it was the enemy shooting at me from the ship, with small stuff. And so I left it, and it went against the side of the ship, and launching on that side is downwind of the ship, which means that whatever's there is going to cling to the ship, because the ship is staying on top of them, and you're going like this. And a lot of people have died because the ship goes down fast, then the suction takes the people with them. So I followed it, and I could see holes in the side of the ship around the waterline. And that raft went back, and it went into the hole. And there was a guy swam out of the hole, and he was a rated person. He was a second-class electrician, and I went after him. I wasn't going to go in that hole. It had a fire on the far wall, and there was a guy hollering for help. And I looked at the rated person. I figured he would order me or go with me, and we'd go get the raft and get the person. And he wouldn't go. I went into the hole, and the chief had came down the ladder, and he got into the raft, and it was wedged between the ladder that comes down, and there's a training deal that they use for projectile training for loading, and it wedged. When he got into it, it really wedged. And he said, "You got to save the GD raft." And I said, "Get your rear end out and help me, or get on the ladder so I can pull it loose." He said, "Wiggle it, you'll get it loose." He wasn't going to get out. He was on his knees holding up. So I finally got it loose, and I got him out. But I never took a Purple Heart, and I didn't take, I refused a medal, a gold medal too, because I never thought I was a hero. I thought I was just doing my job. And I would have been embarrassed with the guys that I seen wounded and dying to take some kind of reward, and knowing that all those that was hurt or died, it didn't make sense to me. Other guys lied to get rewards, but I don't know who they wanted to impress. I know when I got home, I had a letter from President Truman with a unit citation, Bronze Star. I wanted to throw it away, and I got one from the Secretary of Navy, a commendation for meritorious conduct, at the same time. And my dad received them. Evidently, they knew I wouldn't take them if they offered them to be in front of somebody. He brought these letters, and he said, "What does these mean?" And I read them. Lil read them, and he looked at me waiting. I said, "They mean that I didn't dishonor you or Mom or my country." I think a lot of people that challenge us don't really have the freedom and the things that we have here in America with our way of life that we will fight for,
That's why I'm marching, yes, I'm marching, marching down freedom's road. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, nobody gonna keep me from marching down freedom's road. Hand me my gun, let the
And today we have young men going off. And I bet you if you asked them why they're fighting or why are they volunteering, I think they probably thought the same way my brothers and I thought, and that was we're going to protect our family.
Ain't nobody gonna stop me, nobody gonna keep me from marching down freedom's road. Ought to be plain as the nose on your face. There's room